Guys, how are we? Jamie here. Really hope you are well. Welcome to video 14 of the Internet Lifestyle Network's 100-day video challenge. Now, today's video is going to answer the question, when you get asked, what do you do? Because I get asked quite a lot by people that's also in the industry, fellow marketers, fellow network marketers, and so on. They say, Jamie, what do you say to somebody when they ask you, what do you do? And it's a very easy question to answer, but similarly, it's a very difficult question to answer. But if you answer it correctly and answer it rightly, you then potentially have kind of a way in or a lead in or a potential new prospect, distributor, affiliate, whatever you want to call it in your particular business, from the person that's asking. But the thing is, what you need to do is you need to tailor the answer to that question to depending on what that person does themselves. Now, let me kind of delve into a little bit of detail of that. And the way that you do that is you kind of take control of the conversation, take control of the situation. Because what you want to do is make sure that you know enough about that person first to be able to suit and tailor your response to their question. So I always get in first when I'm meeting somebody, when I'm speaking to somebody, so what is it that you do? And then they tell me what they do, whether they do something online as well, whether they have a traditional job, whether they don't even have a job at all, or whatever that job might be. I tailor my response to their question. So for instance, if I'm speaking to somebody that I know already makes money online or is already in the network marketing industry, I can tailor my response to something that would interest them, because I will have a product or service that interests them in enhancing their company and making them ultimately more money. So for instance, if they're already in a network marketing company that sells energy, and then say, so Jamie, what do you do? I could say, for example, I show people how to brand themselves online so they can attract more leads and more distributors to their business. And I do that using the Internet Lifestyle Network, through attraction marketing, through magnetic sponsoring courses and things like that. But I'm just answering that for you, not for them. So straight away, I've said I can, subconsciously rather, I've said I can help that person make more money in the business they are doing. So if my doctor asked me that question, so Jamie, what do you do? If I said I help people online in the network marketing industry make more money by attracting people to their business, that just goes right over his head and he's not interested. Now, prior to the doctor asking me that question, I've hopefully got a feel of what he does. And one of my portfolio of products and services might, only just might, be of interest to him. So for instance, I could answer that question to the doctor by touching on my travel company through Global Resorts Network. So I could say, well, amongst other things, I show people how to save up to 90% off their cost of their luxury travel worldwide. Now, if he's a doctor, he's going to be highly paid. He's going to probably go on a lot of travels because they get a lot of holidays because it's a high stressful job. And he's probably going to be interested in the luxury end of the market. Now, do you see what I've done there? I've answered the same question, what do you do, two totally different ways, depending on the person I'm speaking to. So think about what it is that you do and think about what products and services you have to offer. But importantly, think about how you can take control of the situation and the conversation to make sure that you know what it is that person does first, and then you can tailor your answer to them. And we'll touch on how to turn conversations and kind of control conversations without being overbearing and asking the right questions really in future videos. But today, answer the question depending on what that person does, and I'll guarantee you that you'll have more results and more success, because instantly you've got more of a connection, and that person ultimately then has more of an interest in what it is that you've got to say, because you're on the same wavelength straight away. So think about that. Hopefully that has been a little bit of benefit, a good 4 minutes there hopefully for you to think about what it is that you say next time somebody asks that question. Because to be fair, those of us that work online, we've got the best job description in the world, because we can make it up and we can have whatever job description we want. Sometimes I play games on Facebook. Sometimes I professionally test coffee shops for their quality of coffee. I can say anything, and sometimes I say I don't do anything. depending on the person that I'm speaking to, obviously then it opens up future conversation depending on, well, how do you drink professional coffees? As well, jokingly, I don't really, but I work outside of a coffee shop and show people and set up systems online which makes money, which brand themselves, and then that person is then more interested. So again, it's better than saying I sit behind a desk all day and play with stress balls and make videos. You can say, well, yeah, what do you do for a living? I make videos. How do you do that? Straight away it opens up the different types of conversations. So I've drifted, I've rambled, I do apologise, I get told off for doing that all the time. Have a fantastic weekend. The weather should be hopefully pretty good in here in the UK. I hope it is from your part of the world. As usual, please hit like if you've found value from what I've said here. Also hit a comment below as how you answer the question of what do you do? I'd love to see what sort of things you guys put it on there as well. And usual, please hit subscribe because it helps my channel grow and it helps me get up the rankings, and I really appreciate all the interaction and comments from you guys, and I'll certainly see you in the next chapter. Thanks then, and bye for now.